Welcome back to another episode of Private Parts with me, Liv Bentley. This is the podcast where nothing is off limits. Today, Tom is away, so I have got a very special guest who was on here recently, Sam Prince.
Good to be back. Hello.
You went down quite a treat on the podcast.
Can I tell you something? I enjoyed that hour and a half chatting away.
By the way, that story of you in Bali lives rent-free in my mind.
Oh, the Bali burping. Yeah, I got a few comments about that.
What did people say? Wait, remind the listeners because they didn't hear.
I basically went to Bali with my ex-girlfriend, and I needed spiritual healing. I'm still trying to get healed, and this lady kindly, after I paid her, burped in my face for half an hour. And if you know me, I hate any sort of bodily functions like that. So I was horrified.
The thought of it still makes me feel uneasy.
It's awful, isn't it?
Can you put your glasses on? Sam and I both agreed to wear Denelli's.
The reason why, guys, I've been out a lot recently, and these aren't just a fashion. They're good when you
covering up the bags.
When you look a bit tired, yeah.
You look good.
You look good. Olivia, you look really good at the moment.
Why do you always say that when you see me?
No, she does say. I saw you the other day at the Blue House. But you look great at the moment.
Thanks.
It must be your.
So do
boyfriend.
you. But yours must be the single life. Yeah, my boyfriend's making me look good.
I'm single, yeah.
Yeah.
I think when I'm single, I think I look better. I am better.
Because I think everyone seems to have a glow up. But what's unusual is girls tend to have the glow up after a breakup. Boys don't. And I don't know why that is.
Can I tell you something? When I broke up, I've been through two recent breakups. My two recent
pretty
breakups.
close together.
They both look unbelievable now.
Do you want them back?
No, but I felt like saying you didn't look like that with me.
You can't say that. But why does that happen? It's so annoying. Because I find myself, Rory honestly said to me the other day, he goes, I don't know what you look like not in leggings. And I was like, sorry?
Sorry?
But actually it's true because I roam around the house in gym gear.
Yeah, but never go to the gym.
No, fuck off.
I'm joking.
Are you joking?
I'm joking.
I'm constantly in Pilates classes.
Can I say something? You've been posting so much about this Pilates start. The whole time we're at Pilates.
I know. It's
well
great.
done. Good for you.
Podcasts and Pilates.
Podcast, Pilates, and lube.
Selling lube. Yeah, exactly.
No.
So you've probably no, you actually haven't forgotten this. Sam and I originally met 6 years ago.
6 years ago.
And you were trying it on with one of my sisters.
Yeah, I kissed your sister.
Which which one though?
I liked Cordelia at first.
Oh,
she was my favourite.
That's the middle child. So
yes.
Chloe's 13 months younger than me.
And then I got introduced to Athena. And suddenly it was like, oh God. I was in a whole world. And I was at your lovely 26th birthday.
Mine?
Yeah, yours. You had a beautiful do.
Oh yeah, the surprise. Yeah, the
that was
surprise
incredible.
one. So you went from one sister and then you went to Inga.
And I kissed Athena that night. Sorry,
Did
Athena.
you actually?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. And then I met her.
Every time I see Sam, he asks if she's single.
Yeah.
She's
She's
always
always
my sweet innocent sister.
she's always
who, by the way, I'd
burning.
never let Sam touch with a barge pole because.
Would you not like me as a brother-in-law?
No,
God, we'd have a good time.
sorry.
Imagine.
I'd get loads of free houseplants, but other than that, probably not.
The family function would be great.
No, because every other 5 minutes I'd have to be blowing out fires from you cheating.
have
Sorry,
to-
Athena, she was just a friend.
Just a friend. Don't worry about it.
No, and then you hooked up with Inga.
Yeah, we played a game. I kissed Athena, and then the bottle span. I kissed Inga, and then I ended up with Inga for 2 years. Probably my best season ever.
It was. Can I tell you something? Out of every event day I've ever done, that dinner party scene was one of the one of the best, but one of the worst.
I mean, for viewership, it couldn't get any better.
It was.
I think also viewership, the emotions the best, and majority of the cast members were crying, including production. It was so heavy.
I think I lost it. It's when I shouted at you. What did I call you? Mullet.
Mullet, yeah.
I said, look here,
Fess
mullet.
up, mullet. I was quite good. Can't
The
knock
problem
it.
with you is, and I think this is why everyone, because when I put a story up saying, tell me your most savage stories, and
Yeah.
so many people replied going, oh my God, you got Sam Prince coming on the podcast. But the thing with you is that anything that's remotely savage, you find funny, which people think you're slightly unhinged for. Because it is slightly sick to...
We're both sick, Olivia.
Don't tarnish me with this brush. You do this every time
We're both
to
sick.
me.
I like when we go for a drink the other day, and we both trade secrets for like 20 minutes.
But the
and I was like, "You got
problem-
any secrets?" We're like, we trade these secrets. Like, okay, promise you won't tell anyone. I was like, promise.
Give him one pint and he's told everyone in the pub.
They're mounting up. I've got a whole rucksack for your
Don't
secrets.
say-
Like, honestly,
this is why I don't think I
anytime.
could go back to the show, because the dirt that people have on me. No, don't you start.
Sydney. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Okay, and moving on. No, so we put up a post about, we both did, about people's horrifically savage stories.
Yes.
Anyway, yours, we've got 5 top moments from you. Number 1, which I think was actually your first series on Chelsea, was Ibiza.
Yes.
Sam Prince, by the way, when Sam joined the show, he was so sweet, reminded me of my little brother Eddie. He, was
Bit of
happy, full of life.
loser
Went to
as well.
Ibiza and has never been the same
loser.
since. A loser?
I was a bit of a loser, yeah.
Well, you were sort
I
of
was
quiet.
I was draping in Ralph Lauren that my mum dressed me in. I was
Lauren.
just Ralph Lauren. I was just a bit of a loser,
You weren't a loser.
but a
You-
funny like little
sweet
loser.
and innocent.
Yeah.
And then
I met
something-
you, and
Sorry. Don't be ridiculous.
I met Ibiza, and it was hectic.
But anyway, your most rogue moment from that was when you dated Toff.
I did date Toffolo.
So I was living in a villa with Harry Barron, Toff, and it was the three of us, and we had the best villa. Toff sweetly went back to London. So Sam took it upon himself to bonk in her bed.
Yeah.
In my villa.
Yeah.
No shame whatsoever. You seem to.
No. It was. Yeah, I was having a good time.
Clearly.
And it was. Yeah, I remember wake up in the morning thinking, this is Toff's bed, and we're filming out here, and this is going to be on Chelsea. I've got to explain to my parents. But yeah, that happened. But I was 19. Fine. I'm getting old now. I can't get away with this stuff as much.
No, but shockingly, because you are the only person I know who hasn't aged a day. To the point that actually Louise Thompson once messaged me. She goes, "Sam looks younger than he did when he first joined." I was like, I don't know what he's taking.
What am I taking? Just stress, anxiety mostly. Yeah.
I know you sit there sort of silently. Okay, number 2. I'm reading through the list of the top 5, and all it says is Sam admits to cheating. Toff disgusted at Sam's cheating. Sam cheating on Inga.
It's a lot of cheating.
It's a lot. But you cheating on Yaz? Was I on the show when this happened?
Oh no, that we had the scenario. If we were gonna, there was a scenario where you remember the corner shop
Oh, with Inga.
with Inga. Yeah, so we had another press day, and Inga was there, and I haven't seen Inga in a while. And me and Yaz broke up the day before, and I was like, should we just go to the pub and have a drink? We need to catch up. We've just broken up. We still have a flat together. Lots to talk about. Anyway, I'm sitting in this pub having a few beers, and Julius Cowdery walks in. And I was like,
this is another savage moment you and
the
Julius were talking
one
about.
is Julius Cowdery with his rucksack on. I'm thinking, for fuck's sake. Anyway, I was like, Inga, we need to get out of here. He's probably like put it on his Snapchat or something. We need to go. And we start walking down the King's Road. And who do I see marching down the King's Road?
Yes.
Yasmin, Ruby, and someone else. And I was like, Inga, this can't get any worse. I was like, we've got to run. I was like, run. And I run into this corner shop on the King's Road, and I'm in this corner shop. We're both hiding behind these big packets of crisps. Like, what's going on? Yasmin and Ruby are outside the front shouting, Sam, come out! I thought it was in like some sort of episode of like Call of Duty or something. It was savage. Anyway, I went out and they're all shouting at me. Inga's like hiding away. And then, yeah, the rest is history.
I mean, you do know how to play it, don't you? But I don't know
I'm not
how...
trying to play it. This is just
No, but
these things
how you
happen.
get away with it is so shocking. Like, the fact that you and I have remained friends over the years...
It's been ups and downs though.
Yeah, but you've managed to, like, worm your way out of them.
It's weird, even sometimes when we've fallen out, there's always been like, we've always kind of looked at each other like, oh, still mates. So.
I know, I don't know how.
Yeah. Olivia once threw a cupcake in my face, and I was like, oh.
Oh, I
You
did.
don't
I remember
hate me.
doing that.
It's only a cupcake.
But that's one of my sort of like, it's like the Chelsea punch, isn't it? Either throwing a drink. Have you thrown a drink on anyone or been...
Julius.
That was
You
in
were there.
that was in Mallorca.
Yeah.
The drink throws. But you know they've because I've done it 3 times, 2 of which were to Sam Thompson. And once I was so fucked off, I obviously had a few drinks and I threw it and I missed. So I picked up the napkin, threw it, and it just fluttered off, didn't even smack him. And I thought, for fuck's sake, looking like a twat. So I was like, walk away. No, but then the last time I did it, I got so much hate for it. People were like, imagine if the drink had come out of your hand.
Yeah. It's pathetic, really. It's a drink. Do you know what I mean? It's not a weapon. Can I say also, when I threw that drink over Julius, firstly, I couldn't have enjoyed it anymore. There's something about...
But wait, you've got to explain to the listeners, this like... you can't even call it a cock-off. Sam and Julius, for anyone who doesn't watch Made in Chelsea, I don't know how you even explain it.
If I ever wanted a film, he's the guy. There was always something to film about. He was just incredible. I want to do a petition where he comes back. I bumped into him in Fulham. I said, please come back. He's so easy to wind
Explain
up.
the story about the TikTok.
Oh, God. Well, I'll be honest with you. I was deep into my relationship, saying to everyone I'm so happy, but actually miserable. And I...
Sorry, I just realised I'm still wearing
And
his
I
glasses.
remember thinking, like, God, what can I do? What can I do? And he was, at the time, posting these singing videos. And I'll be honest, I back anyone who does singing videos. I think good on them. But not my cup of tea. And Julius has this, fantastic singer, by the way, but he has this ability to sing with his nostrils. and I saw this video, it flipped off my TikTok, and I was like, wow. Anyway, so I just like duetted the video, and I was like, just didn't really do much, just like did what he was doing with his head. and some
Went viral.
It went viral. A load of views. Suddenly, like, can you come to filming? I'm like, absolutely. Not just that. He then blocked me obviously immediately. So I did another video of me crying, pretend to cry. That did even better. I'll be honest with you, most viewed TikTok I've ever done. So thanks, Julius. I wish you'd come back for more. He's doing a lot of interviewing on the street at the moment. I was looking at it the other day. I was like, He's just taking his brother to different locations. Have you seen it? Took his brother all to New York for an interview. Incredible.
This is why I find, for anyone who watches the show who doesn't know you, I can understand why they think you're a knob.
Oh,
but
yeah.
when they know you, I think it's hilarious.
I don't think I'm a knob, but I think occasionally I can be a knob, like everyone. But I have to say, I'm loving Chelsea more than ever.
Yeah, do you think now, do you enjoy it more now because you're single?
100%.
It is a whole different ballgame. When you're not in a relationship, I think there's just less pressure. And if you fuck up, there's no one else to worry about. Whereas if you're in a relationship, it's constant, like, have I said the wrong thing? Are they going to call me out for this?
I think also a lot of people on the show, I think I don't actually care how I come across and how I look. I'm just being me. I'm young, I make mistakes.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about, I think, when you did the show, you didn't really care.
I didn't give a shit.
I mean, like, some of the stuff you did.
Thanks. Stop shaming me.
Last day of the holiday, dumb Digby. Digby's on a flight home. Bless his little heart. He was a fucking puddle. And then I was like, oh, that was
I'm
Olivia.
laughing too much. I hope my Botox doesn't shine through. Sorry.
Botox.
No. You've lowered the tone more than I have. What do you? Is there one moment that you've like done something and you actually feel a hint of guilt?
Guys, I'm not a complete narcissist. I do feel.
No, I meant more psychopath.
No, but I do. I'm not like I do feel like, for instance, like the Corsica situation.
No, Sam, you can't have. Oh, no, you can't have.
Guys,
that was so shocking.
Yes, but I
don't
feel
think you
something. That felt
Everyone
awful.
around the fucking table felt something.
Yes.
So when there's a dinner party, it quite literally is a dinner party.
And
like everyone comes as, although this was a lunch party.
I'll be honest with you. The dinner parties for me, I think, are
They're
just.
your breeding ground. They're your playground.
It's
Fucking
exceptional.
love them.
Get everyone together and let's just really say how we feel.
But I think the thing with a sort of dinner party scene, shit's going down, especially when they get 4 cameras up on one seat. You go, hang on.
On one person.
But what was so shocking about all of that is Tristan and I had broken up, so we were doing half and half of Corsica. He did the first half, I did the second half. Anyway, I got told he was bonking a girl out there who I wasn't even close with. So then, obviously, me having absolutely fuck all leg to stand on, decides to go out there and give it to her. But the first scene I had was with Sam and Yaz. Anyway, so me, obviously, the last line I said to her was, "Don't ruin another breakup." Unbeknown to me, they'd literally been kissing prior to me walking into that. So then the next day, we have this great dinner party. You're sitting there smiling. You are unhinged.
Because when I looked at it, it was so hectic. But when I look about it,
You're
how did
thinking
that even
great
happen?
TV.
How that was the most gourmet bit of TV I've ever seen.
Yeah,
because I was kissing her. We went out the night before. We're kissing her. Then you walk in, and it was just so chaotic.
So, single life and you're dating
I'm definitely dating.
in real life or in Chelsea?
Guys, Main Chelsea is real life. What you see on Main Chelsea is what you get of me. So that's. But I have been dating.
Any potentials? Or?
There is potential. I've got a second date with Francesca this evening.
Oh yeah, where are you taking her?
We are going to Bodega Negra.
Oh, I quite like that.
Yeah.
Actually, that's really vibey. Is this a Hinge date or is this a random bird you picked
This is
up?
another thing we need to talk about and discuss. It's Hinge. It's something that I think is. I've always been against dating apps. There's something quite bizarre about swiping on how people look. It's
Yeah.
quite just bizarre. I like meeting people in the flesh. Going out for drinks. Hey, can I get your number? And then I've been onto Hinge, and I had to take a day off work the other day.
You mean?
I had to take a day off work. I was like, this is just incredible. It's like I'm doing 70 dates all at once. I've got 1 million conversations. I've got 5 Charlottes, 3 Francescas. I was like, this is just...
The amount of, okay, what's the comparison between the people you actually speak to and the people you actually take on a date? Out of what, 50 you take 1?
I've been on, from Hinge, I've been on 3 dates. It's amazing because you get obviously pictures of what they look like, but also they give some sort of chat.
No, but they also give a voice note,
And what do
which
I love
actually,
more
can I
than-
be honest, is probably off-putting. If I saw a bloke who was attractive and then heard their voice note and their voice was sort
It
of...
sounds like a bird, yeah. It's awful.
Probably better than a bird telling you a bloke.
Yeah, it scares me. But quite intrigued. No, but there's something about I've never been a fan of dating apps, but I feel like it's a must-have.
Why have you now suddenly become a fan of dating apps?
Because I've got into what's my 5th month of being single. I've been very much healing. Guys, also I've been through a 3-month fitness program. This is the most healthiest I've ever been in my life.
But that's all stopped now.
But the last month has been not so healthy.
So the one you're going on the date with tonight is from Hinge.
She's from Hinge. Her name's Francesca. We are
How do you, if you're speaking to so many people, how do you work out which one you actually want to see?
Well, it all comes down to chat.
Okay, and what for you is good to chat?
Less about the hey, how are you? I can't.
Okay, wait, no, okay. So your opening line. What is your first line that you say to someone? Or do you wait for them to message you?
I say hey.
You just said that was shy.
Or I comment on what they're doing on their voice note, or like something they're doing in the picture. I find I always like, yeah.
Okay.
And then just roll into the chat. And this Francesca lady, she's very nice. I didn't, Bodega Negra, you don't need to book a table. And I was like, meet me here. And she's like, oh, thank you so much for booking a table. I was thinking, you're so welcome.
Don't tell me you got a prompt as well.
Did I call them? No. It's like, babe, it's walk-in. We're also going at 6, so it's dead. So anyway, I said no worries.
Okay, wait. What would be your biggest ick on a first date?
I'm a freak with hygiene. If I saw dirt under the nail, it's game over.
Actually, to be fair, I say this, but maybe dirt under a girl's nails is worse than a guy's. Because I said this, I watched that. What was that Bob Dylan film with
Timothy Chalamet?
Yeah, so anyway, there's a clip.
He's so good.
He is so good, but
He's
he's
also
got
so
really
funny.
long nails in it, which
Yeah.
I understand is obviously for the role, but something about long nails on a guy is awful.
Awful.
But on a girl, you don't really think twice about it.
What, long nails?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, don't look at mine up and down. Mine.
Those little hands.
Don't be so horrible. You're nasty. But yeah, okay. What's another one?
Another one is... Okay, I got a little bit icked out the other day.
Tell me. Here she was. I was joking.
Yeah.
Don't shame her.
No, I met her in Soho House.
Okay.
And she worked at Soho House and she said, can I get your number? And I said, yeah. Anyway, started messaging her and then we went for a few drinks. I had work in the evening, had to do some main Chelsea work. Very busy guy.
That's the way it's called, work.
lot, very busy. Had to go for some drinks. And anyway, it was like 5 p.m.
Yeah.
I said, let's just have like a few beers. Just a few beers. Anyway, she's like, can I get a mojito? I was like, yeah, we're at a pub, okay. Anyway, an hour in, she has 4 mojitos. And I was like, what? I was like, this is supposed to be casual drinks, not like
Sesh.
not like in Ibiza, like on the beach. Anyway, we finished the day and she had 5 mojitos, and
Was
I
she
looked.
hammered?
Not really, and that was even more concerning.
Is that actually worse though? If a girl can handle those drinks, is it more of an ick if she can handle those drinks or if she's rip-roaring drunk?
I think she can handle them, is obviously, but then also you probably think, is she a boozer?
Yeah.
Also, I'm a bit of a lightweight, so I have 2 beers. I'm like, woo, can't wait for work. Anyway, she's just absolutely normal, and I just found it quite a lot. Like at the pub, 5
drinks in an hour
mojitos.
is quite heavy actually. That's a lot.
Don't say you've never been there, Olivia.
There would have been no. I couldn't stomach 5 drinks in an hour.
I neither could I. I'd be blackout.
Anything on the physical stuff. Like, could they wear a certain... Okay, so my thing is, shoes on a guy could easily give me the ick to the point that there's no coming back from it. Like, if you've worn those tan loafers or whatever, tan Birkenstocks, it's a no.
Yeah.
Do you get that?
I get that. For girls, I'm pretty...
Or is it more chat-based?
It's more chat-based.
What sort of thing could they talk about that's off-putting? Guys they've been with?
Yeah, I'd find that awful. I think that's awful. When they're like, hey, and they talk about past relationships a lot, but there's probably me talking about
Girls
my ex.
still really do that, though. Surely that's...
No, they do. But also another thing is when they talk about themselves a lot,
But girls say the same about guys because they
Yeah.
say you should always be the one, to ask all the questions. But I think, this is probably so whatever. I think guys can talk about themselves a lot and not ask enough questions.
Yeah,
Girls
I
say the
hate
same
talking
way.
about myself.
Really?
Hate it.
You've done it for half an hour.
But I hope this pod's all about me, though. I'm joking. No, I do. I hate talking about it. I think that's another thing, if they talk about themselves a lot. But then also, I'm pretty easy. As long as there's like a vibe.
What if they ask a lot about Made in Chelsea? When do you get to the point where you go, actually, hang on, there's something's not right here?
Well, listen, I'm in for it for the first 5 minutes. We can talk about Men Chelsea. You want to talk about some scenes? We can talk about some scenes. But then, I'll be honest with you, I have no interest about Men Chelsea whatsoever.
But can you tell if they're like a fan girl?
Yeah, absolutely. When they've got the main Chelsea t-shirt on, that's when you know, like...
What, stay, keep calm and...
This is not right.
I once dated a guy, and at first, I met him at the Henley Regatta, and then took him back to the house with all my siblings, everyone was still boozing. Anyway, then, whatever, met up with him a few times, and he seemed quite sweet. Anyway, acted like he had no idea what Made in Chelsea was, and I was like, that's pretty normal, because every time I meet anyone, they go, I've never watched it, so I'm like, okay, fine.
Yeah, everyone says that.
Everyone
it annoys me. But it annoys me that I've never watched the show. Yes, you have.
But then, no, so then this guy started calling other cast members by their nicknames, and I thought, that's odd. And I remember he called Binky Binks, and I thought, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
And then I suddenly realised, and I was like, hang on. I would like to know, what is your day like? Like, what do you actually do?
Okay, I get this question a lot because people think that I just obviously cry on different.
I don't think I've ever seen you cry. That's
You've
why
seen
people
me
are
cry.
concerned.
We've cried together before. We actually have.
Have we?
Yeah, we were drunk.
The times that you and I have been drunk. Anyway.
God, we can't talk about it. Can't talk about it. Not with these cameras.
That makes it sound shady. Nothing odd has happened.
Definitely nothing odd.
No. Anyway, what do you in all seriousness?
So I wake up. So I've just moved back to London, guys. Just to let everyone
Sam's
know.
been living at home with his mother.
Guys,
Sam does this rather extraordinary thing. And you've done this for years. Sam will live in London sofa surfing.
No.
On acquaintances.
Live in London, go through a breakup, run back.
Run back home. No, you hit it hard and then you run back to mummy and then you come back again.
It's also those double door fridges, which I just can't get away from. It's weird. It's so always full. It's amazing. So yeah, I've moved back to London, and I'm actually pretty close to you now. So
Scary.
Scary.
But living alone?
Living alone.
Is this the first time you lived alone?
I lived alone for a little bit when I was living in Shoreditch Way.
Oh yeah, I'm fucking miles away.
Miles away. I
okay.
might as well live in the country. So I got a new flat, and I couldn't be happy at this flat. I woke up today. I called Res, and I said, "This is the happiest I've ever been. It's just amazing. I've got this new. I'm so happy with also the decor. I love. It's like it looks like an Ibiza kind of flat.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, and I sleep with my sunnies on. No, and so I wake up.
Yeah.
And I go to the gym every morning. And then I go to work. People think that I just don't do anything.
Explain what you actually do, because your idea of what your work is not actually just made in Chelsea.
No. So I do main Chelsea maybe 3-4 days a week, sometimes 5, depending on the storyline. No. But I also have a houseplant company called Bella.
Yeah.
And I've had Bella we started in the first UK lockdown. And that is my passion. I'm there. We've got a warehouse just outside in...
Did you come up with it, or how did it start?
So how it started was during lockdown. I was
Yeah.
living with my best friend from school. And we got hammered one night, if I'm really honest about
How
it.
every good thing
like,
starts.
So hammered. And you know when you make plans on those nights out, we're like, yeah, we should do that.
Yeah,
we should
yeah.
go on holiday. It never happens. Never want to see them again. But we lived together and we're like, we should start a business. And then woke up the next day and just did it.
That's pretty amazing, actually.
And then we got his brother involved, so it was the 3 of us. And it's been the best thing that I've ever done.
Yeah.
But also, it's amazing to bring a passion of houseplants to life.
But what is your obsession with houseplants?
I just think they bring a nice vibe.
They do. Well, we've got some lovely fake numbers behind us, so we
and
can get those replaced.
That's another ick, I think. Getting back to the
People who own
conversation of it.
fake houseplants.
They don't need any water. They just look so fake.
Well, I'll be honest with you. When I was with Tristan, obviously, so Tristan is Sam's business partner, and we had a lot of houseplants, and
Yeah.
I managed to just kill the last one off.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
And it was a bonsai tree, which apparently I thought was,
Bonsai trees pretty easy to look after. But I think with houseplants, with Bella's, Tristan came on in 2022 after Mallorca. But it's been nice to have that out, because before I was just filming the whole time. But now I have that outlet where I'm in the office every day.
Yeah, see, that is
Unless I
quite
have a big
nice.
filming day, I'm in the office, and it gives me that structure to actually do something that I care about. And I get to work with my best friends every day, and it's just, I've learned so much. I think we're currently
Starting
scaling.
a business is quite mental though. Like I find that with Jomo. That's why towards the end of when I was leaving Chelsea, I wanted to invest more of my time into Jomo, because I was like, it's what I love and what I enjoy doing.
Yeah, and I think when you enjoy it, it doesn't actually feel like work. Like I
Yeah.
cannot wait. Honestly, being at the warehouse with my best mates, but also with people at work at Bella, is my favourite days. I just love it. I think for me, it's been, because before I was filming and going out, and I can assure you that collaboration is not
You'll
one.
start to see it on your face soon. That's why I've been
Yeah.
to see Dr. Motox every 5 minutes.
Yeah, I need some of that Brotox.
You don't need anything. Didn't you? You had something done at some point.
Sorry?
You did. I know you did.
Sorry? Yeah, I did, yeah.
What did you have done? Okay, right. The problem
Do
is.
you want to talk about this?
Yeah, I want to talk about it because
Okay.
I think blokes.
I'll be honest with you.
What blokes don't realise is actually they can look slightly extraordinary with work.
Yeah, well,
Women can too. I've had my fair share.
I had a little, an indent in my nose, and someone messaged me on Instagram saying, hey, do you want me to sort your nose out? And I said, along those lines.
For future reference, just if anyone messages you on Instagram offering anything free, unless it's someone you know, probably don't do it.
So I was like, yeah, let's do it. And I got some filler on the top of my nose, and I went to Corsica. And I looked like an avatar for at least 6 months. And I had to go, before we went to Sydney, I had to go and I said, please, could you take this thing out my face? Okay? And they injected me with this thing, and they were massaging it for honestly half an hour. I had I looked like Rudolph, had this red nose for ages. And it was so hard and thick. I was like, what is that?
What was it, filler?
Filler. And then ever since that, I've scared myself off and I won't touch my face again.
I don't think you actually, out of everyone, don't need to because you look incredibly young.
So do you.
That is from work. That's from salmon sperm.
What is this salmon sperm?
Oh, it's fucking agony.
You spoke about this before with
Yeah,
with
but no, it's the most painful
ex.
thing I've ever experienced.
Yeah, it's amazing. What girls haven't done that's incredible. BBLs and
no, that's scary though. That's a Brazilian bum lift. That's too far. I like Profilo and Botox, but having anything proper, I'm not sure I could have an arse lift.
I think it's scary stuff.
It is.
Natural is the best.
Yeah.
I like natural girls.
Do you working with friends?
Yeah.
Have you found that hard?
I found that incredible. I mean, let's be honest. I think so. I do better my best friend from school, Josh, and his brother Mark. And Mark's a little bit older than obviously me and Josh, and I've enjoyed working with those two so much.
Yeah,
I feel like we've come from nothing. I think everyone thinks I went to private school and.
Can I tell you this? This drives me around the fucking bed, and I think the same. I think a lot of people think we're so privileged, which yes, we are. We went to private school, which is amazing, and we're given a great education. But starting a business, like I started Jomo with savings of my own money. Like my parents have not, since I was 18, my parents have not helped me at all.
Yeah. I mean, I would never ask my parents for money. I never have with Bella. They've never invested a penny. It's purely happened from reinvesting everything.
Yeah.
And honestly, not making any money for 3 years.
I know, but putting your own money into it. No, Jomo's the same, to be honest with you. I don't take a salary from it. And it's a lot of work. It's quite a lot of, it's hard work spending every single day putting something into something that ultimately will make you money, but right now it doesn't, to be honest.
But it's good. I think it's healthy to have something to look forward to every day.
Yeah.
Like I look forward to getting in the office. I look forward to pushing forward. I look forward to scaling, doing all these different things. And I feel like eventually that'll happen. I hope so anyway.
It will.
Don't know who the fuck I'm talking to, but I hope so.
Wait, do you watch the series? Do you watch Made in Chelsea back?
Religiously.
No, no. Do you actually?
No, I occasionally watch. I don't. What I call them is.
I know what you do. You watch your scenes.
No, occasionally watch my scenes, of course.
To see what you look like, or to see how you behave.
Was it a good hair day or bad hair day? What was my chat like? How was it edited? Remember, we don't have control of the edit.
No, I know. That's why I had to stop watching. I couldn't watch it. But when I first joined, I'd watch for the first 2 years. I watched it because I was just intrigued. And then after a while, I realised it gave me such anxiety. I was like, I can't watch this.
But
also, dumping people every 5 minutes is not great, is it?
Yeah, few fellas. I watched the occasional, but then there's some people which it's not. I'm not disregarding them, but there's some people I just don't like their chat. So
the filler scenes.
Yeah, let's call it skips. Oh no. But then there's some people I love. There's also some people on the show, and I love watching their scenes. Like, I love watching your scenes. I also enjoy watching our scenes back because I've never had a bad.
But
scene
the problem, I noticed this though with you and I. There are so many times where Sam and I were sort of in a fight, but just it wasn't possible because you say something stupid that I then laugh at, and then we're sort of friends again. Even when you dumped me as a friend once,
I did do that
because your girlfriend asked you to. That was hilarious. We did a scene where Sam basically said, we can't be friends anymore. Anyway, I went outside for a cigarette and he goes, right, Bluebird for a drink? I was like, you're joking.
Did we go to the Bluebird? Yeah. But
other than Made in Chelsea, is there anything, do you watch White Lotus? Are you much of a TV watcher? TV or film?
Since I've been back to London, I haven't. I've got this
but you've been on fucking Hinge, that's
I've got this nice new sofa, and every morning I look at it and I think, that looks quite nice, but we'll go back to it. I haven't even sat down there yet. I just sleep, shower, that's it.
Sleep, shower, and...
Another thing also we need to talk about, which has been brought up a lot, is I've heard that people now, they only shower in the morning and go out all day. Have you heard this?
No.
I saw a clip of it on TikTok where...
So is this what you've learned, that people only shower in the morning?
People shower in the morning, go to work all day in London. Not the cleanest environment.
Wait. Are they? But
then they get into bed.
You're quite a hygiene freak, aren't you? But actually, in saying that,
I've had 2 showers already today. I had one before I went to the gym, then went to the gym,
but
then had a shower.
Are you quite a smelly person, or?
Have I ever smelled? No.
Well,
Olivia.
I'm joking. But no, I mean, I shower if I work out, but then throughout the day, if I'm sitting here recording with people like you, I probably wouldn't. Maybe actually I would need a shower afterwards.
Yeah. Don't want to say anything when you don't shower. No, but I just found that fascinating. I couldn't sleep.
No, but I think showering once a day is obviously acceptable. Showering,
Once a day is 100% not acceptable.
Wait, no.
Let's say we wake up in the morning, we have a shower. We go out all day. It's a Friday night. We go out all day. We go out all night.
Okay, yeah, if you're partying, it's different. But if you're to shower in the morning and then you go to work and then come home again, I don't think you have to have a shower again.
So the germs...
Sorry, everyone in this room, who showers twice a day? Hugo? Harry? No? Once a day for you is enough?
Once a day.
Yeah, I'm a once a day person.
Once a day. I've offended everyone in the room. I think I don't like this. I think it's...
To shower twice? Yeah, you're... Well, that's why the barn is so off point.
Another thing we need to talk about is biotin. I started taking biotin. It's growing wild at the moment.
Has it? Will it help mine?
What? It's incredible.
Biotin.
But also another thing is with my biggest fear, I don't know if anyone knows, is losing my hair.
Try being a fucking bird losing your hair.
Yeah, but your hair looks incredible.
Well, no, because I've stopped dyeing it.
It's a good lid.
Thanks.
Great little lid.
Sweet sunglasses on. Is that actually your biggest fear, is losing your hair? I think for some reason it is... No, sorry. What are you talking about? It's way worse for girls.
Yeah, obviously it's worse for girls.
But what's your dad's hair like?
Dad's got a great lid of hair.
But then I think that's what... Doesn't that mean you'll be fine?
Yeah, but I've had a lot of stress the last few years. I'm worried about falling out.
I've just realised, are you bringing this puppy forward because it's slightly receding underneath?
No, it's not. It's not receding. Is it?
The nerves now kicking. Well, actually, that's the most... I've realised, having done the show, the two most offensive things you can either say to someone, my favourite, and I used to do it to people, is go, have you got a mint? Because you need one. Because to say someone's got bad breath is just, it fucks them and then they lose all sort of...
You know what I used to love about about filming, is saying stuff to someone that can't be aired on camera. It's incredible.
I remember Sam Thompson used to do that to me.
He's a master at it.
He was great at what he did.
He still is. Doing very well.
Do we think that breakup is a publicity stunt? No. Bit like Molly May and Tommy Fury. I think that is it rogue to say that?
I don't think it's a publicity stunt. I think he's a bit dark.
Okay, how far would you go for publicity?
I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't go too far, but I do want to do other TV shows. So I don't know, maybe I'd like to be honest, I want to be TikTok famous. I'll be honest, I do. And I want to have more followers on the gram. I know it's embarrassing to say, but I really would love that. I've got 100K.
What's your content like though? Because mine is shite.
I'll be honest with you, last time I was here,
you need to encourage people to follow you.
I even did this. I did this fitness video. I know I did the whole 3 months working out, get a six pack.
Can I be honest with you? Last night I realised I had muted you on stories and posts. Because I know it sounds awful because you had said to me you put a question box up and I thought that's weird. It hasn't come up on my Instagram. Yeah. So then I've unmuted you.
Why? Is it because we fell out?
No, yeah, maybe. Or it's because you were with my ex the whole time.
Yeah.
Welcome back to part 2 of Private Parts. Me, Liv Bentley, and my special savage guest, Sam Prince. Woo! In part 2, we are now going to discuss more slightly... I think they are slightly roguer than your own stories.
Yeah, because everyone replied to me saying, I'm sure you've got some.
I think the problem is that I know some of yours that we actually probably can't say on the podcast.
Also, do you know something? To share with the group, I know some of yours.
Okay. This is not an episode of Made in Chelsea. Let's save that puppy for another time.
That'll get some views.
Should we say one of the rogue ones? This is a bit rogue. Sam and we'd gone down to my parents' house or something. Anyway, got absolutely shit-faced in the pub. And one of the producers messaged us saying, what's been going on? Because I think every time Sam and I hung out, people would find it unusual that we are purely just friends. And I think we've been quite close for a really long time. Anyway, yeah. I don't know why people find that dynamic odd, girls and guys.
I think...
Without there being anything remotely sexual, because there actually isn't.
No.
Anyway, Sam and I, for a joke, took a photograph pretending to kiss. We actually weren't. It was like the side of our cheek.
I've actually got the photograph.
Sent it to a producer just for lols because they were like, how's your weekend going? Assuming something was going on. Sent this photo going, ha ha ha, whatever. Next thing you know, Monday morning, I'm up against his girlfriend. All hell had broken loose. No. It was, honestly, they used it as a storyline.
No, I obviously, I was hanging out with Olivia but wanted to be with Inga at the time. And I go into a scene fresh out of I would have to say a 2-day, can I say this? A 2-day bender with Verity.
Oh, I think you were about to say with me. I was like, don't say that.
With Verity. And I had to go into the scene and I was honestly exhausted. And I sat with Inge, I said, listen, I want you back. I said, I truly did want her back. And she turned around to me, she said, if you want me back, why are you kissing Liv? I was like, she kissed me.
No, he actually genuinely did this to me. And I thought, you little shit.
Yeah.
So then I had to then do a scene with you. That's when you dumped me as a friend.
Then I had to break up with you as a friend.
And I took the blame for you.
Did I get Inge back? Yeah. Thank God.
You're an idiot. Anyway, okay. So here are some of our savage confessions. I went on a second date with this guy I met on Bumble, and we went to the cinema. After the movie, we went to his car. Bracket, I had driven separately. And we started kissing, and maybe 3 minutes later, he asked, do you want me to put it in? I was initially confused by the question since it was so out of nowhere. When I realised what he meant, I said no. Then he asked for a blowjob instead. When I said no, he said, okay, how about just a hand job then? And I said no again, of course. He then said, okay, well, I'm going to have to go home and finish this myself. What a waste of a night.
So he asked to put it in, then asked for the blowjob, then the hand job, and
but
then
it
just got
is
out.
Bumble.
Bumble's not in the car. He's in the car.
No, Bumble's not in the car. But isn't that what... I've never been on Bumble, but isn't that sort of what that vibe
No,
is?
Bumble is, guys, I know this. Bumble is... Guys, Bumble is where only the girl... I believe only the girls can do the match. So the guys can like, but the girls can choose if we
And
actually...
then they have to start the conversation?
Yes, yeah, guys have to start the conversation, that's right. You know Bumble.
I've never been... I'll be honest with you. I've been on one... I never got accepted onto Raya, which I've spoken about many a time. Anyway, it doesn't matter anymore. I was on Hinge, and I went on one Hinge date, and I actually remained friends with the guy. It was, yeah, but that was it. But it was during lockdown. I sort of thought I used it for sort of joke, lols. I thought it was
it's
kind
quite
of funny.
Fun, just a bit, a bit likes and there and...
But then
yeah.
I had loads of people DMing me on Instagram going, God, someone's catfished you, and they've used your photos on their
I
Hinge.
get that,
And I thought,
yeah.
that's fucking me.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just didn't want to link my Instagram in case something bad happened.
Protect the Instagram at all costs.
yeah.
Yeah. Can't lose that one. I get that.
Okay. I lived in a flat in Finsbury Park with a friend. We had neighbours who would throw super loud parties pretty frequently, often during the week. One day, my roommate, who had been awake early, had had enough and decided to piss on a metal pizza pan and stick it in the freezer. After another Tuesday night party, he pulled the pan out and flipped it upside down, giving him a frozen disc of piss. Then he slid this disc under the door where it would melt on their fully carpeted entryway. Woke up to them shouting at the people who crashed the night out about who pissed on the floor and what the fuck was wrong with them. Wish I could say they turned down their parties, but they didn't and eventually got evicted. I mean, that, of all things, that is the nichest thing I've
How
ever
do you
heard.
think of that?
Pee in a saucepan and put it in the freezer.
Listen, I'm pretty petty, but that's why would you do that? I don't understand.
I don't know, but we've actually got a neighbour. This is something weird. I live on quite a nice, sweet street, but there's a raving lunatic who lives on the corner.
You?
Not me, actually, my other neighbour. And she pees in her teapot and pours it on people's doormats. I only discovered
Why?
this. I've been there for 5 years. I'm unaware as to
Has she
who
done it to
she
your
is.
doormat?
Certainly not. No, because I'm an upsetter.
Why
But
does she do
lives
that?
But apparently she's batshit crazy. And weirdly, I went onto my terrace. So the other day there were loads of police around the end of my road, and I thought, shit, someone's been murdered. Oh no, someone was being sectioned. And all the neighbours were talking about it, yeah. And she's some crazy woman who they sort of had to get her out of the house.
Get her
But
on the
anyway, I
pod.
mean, peeing on people's doormats is slightly niche.
It's very bizarre. I just think peeing anywhere other than the toilet is just bizarre.
The loo, yeah.
Just the loo, sorry.
Sorry, I suddenly have flashbacks of Amber Heard crapping in Johnny Depp's bed.
Oh, God.
What is it with people going to the loo in strange
Do
places?
you know sometimes I go back and watch... I find that whole court case fascinating.
Fascinating. I do as well.
The other day, I was making dinner, I was like, I'm just going to go back and watch some of it. It was so fascinating to hear two huge celebrities just going at it and doing copious amounts of drugs.
But it sounds really bad. When I watched it, was really on Johnny Depp's side. But apparently that actually was all a cover-up and he was a knob.
Have you seen, there's a Netflix series about it? That's something I have watched. And it talks about how much stuff wasn't in the court case. They weren't allowed to
But
talk
that
about.
he paid a load of people off.
Yeah.
It's really hard though, isn't it? Because we obviously, I grew up watching Johnny Depp, so you just, I think from that you naturally love him and you would just believe what he
He's
has
just
to
so,
say.
he was so cool.
Well, he's been in the back of Raffles.
Yeah, he's been in the back a lot of it.
Well, that's closed down. That's a sad day.
I could tell you something. Someone says to me, why don't we go to Raffles? And I've heard it's closed. Did I
The
message?
cheating is over,
I
finally.
messaged Ben back, said what's happened.
This is my favourite thing on Made in Chelsea. Whenever anyone has been caught cheating, I could put money on it being a Raffles.
Yeah.
Every time.
It used to be so good. I used to literally, honestly, get me through those doors. Literally, can't wait. Just
Boot the
open the doors. drink. Let's have. And then now I'm like, just
Now
gives me
you've got a
anxiety.
hinge.
But I would definitely go. We should go back.
When
There's a new club called B London.
Oh, I've been in there.
Have you now?
So that. Okay. My most savage night was when I went on a first date with a guy and he was really sweet, but a little bit boring. We had a few drinks in a bar, but due to boredom, I was secretly messaging another guy I was casually seeing too and preparing to meet him after this date. After we finished our drinks, he offered to give me a lift home, and instead of going to mine, I gave him the address of the other guy, and he unknowingly dropped me off to the other man's house, blissfully ignorant to my scheming ways. Shameful. I quite rate that. You got a free ride and a drink. I think there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't know.
You strike me as someone who's done something pretty similar to those.
Maybe. There's something about also, I had a drink with another girl, which I won't mention, and we had quite a few drinks. We were at the kind of back end of the night, and I've obviously bought quite a few drinks. And then we were at this last kind of bar, and she was like, do you want to get the drinks then? And I was like, sorry? Now you said that, no. I
Okay,
don't.
wait, actually, on a first date though, do you feel obliged to pay? If it's,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I would even if with friends, I find it almost awkward when should we split the bill? You're very good at that. You just pay for it. Yeah.
No, we've spoken about this before on the podcast, but no, splitting the bill upsets me a bit. I just think just do it and get on with it.
What's the
But as
first
a
date
guy, I think on a first date, I don't know what it is, and I shouldn't say that because it probably should be more equal. But on a first date, if a guy didn't at least, offer.
Yeah.
But splitting it on a first date is...
Yeah, it's bizarre. I think I couldn't do it. Do you want to split that? I mean, I must say also dating is expensive. Like in London, it's extortionate.
Okay, first date, do you do drinks or dinner?
Dinner, I think is...
It's
if
quite
you know
full
me,
on.
If you know me, I'm a secret eater. I don't like to eat in front of people.
I thought you meant like you were a secret snacker, like you nipped
Yeah,
to the fridge.
that too, yeah. But like, I don't like to have a meal. I do if I know them. Like, we can have a meal together. But if I don't know them, I'm sitting there, like, having dinner. No, I don't like it. I just like drinks, that's it.
You're basically like a girl.
Then suddenly I'm not hungry. Yeah, there's something about I don't love the whole eating. Should we go out for dinner? No.
I got asked on a date earlier this last year, and it was to go for a Sunday roast. That panicked me because I was like, that's commitment.
I quite like that though. Sunday
No,
roast.
but
I could do that.
Sunday's a nice day, I think, for a date because it's more chilled and it's not necessarily, I don't know, a Saturday night feels a bit more whatever, and Sunday's quite chilled. But to go for like a full-on Sunday roast with someone who you don't really know.
It's quite messy.
Yeah, but it's also just, if it's not going well and you've only just,
Yeah. Like a
had the appetizer sort of thing.
yeah.
Nightmare. What would be if you were on a date and it was going badly, how would you get out of it?
Probably just leave. It's
Would
like-
you pay on your way out though, or just leave?
Yeah,
it with the
obviously,
bill?
pay my way out. But I say, listen, I'm exhausted. I think
I've got plants to water.
I've got to get to work tomorrow. They've just called me in for a scene. I've got to go.
This is the thing that's so annoying. Using Chelsea to get out of things. I've got out of many family event. Mum, I can't tomorrow night. I've got Chelsea. I used to do it on a Sunday. I used to go, I can't. I'm hanging out my arse, but I'd be like, I can't come down for lunch. I've got filming.
I've got filming like I'm filming some sort of fucking movie. It's like I'm actually down the Bluebird, there for 20 minutes. It's so true. I've used it so many times. Got filming again.
So I've got a sister, all of which you know, and one of them is a bit of a savage, and she's like known to be one.
Cordelia.
Okay, you don't need to shame her, but yes, that's
sorry,
the one.
sorry.
Anyway, she went on a night out once and went home with a guy, slept with him, and on the way out the next day, he said, "Bye, Liv," and she didn't correct him. So I've now seen this gentleman at the pub, and he always smiles and waves at me, and I can't. And she then eventually told me the story, and I said, "You're joking." So this bloke runs around thinking he's bonked me, but he hasn't. He's bonked her.
Incredible.
Isn't that quite shocking? Well, no, but not when he's waving, going like, "Hi, Liv." Like, I don't know who the fuck
You
you
again?
are. Yeah. Never again. My best friend, who was also my housemate, shagged my boyfriend in my house. I heard it.
I ended up sleeping with my mate's mum after a night out. I was 22 and she was 37.
It's always to do... My ex was going behind my back with my best mate, so me and his mum hooked up. What is the revenge on sleeping with someone's mum? I suppose it sort of is, but then if my best mate messed me around and I said, "Oh, I fucked your dad."
We were playing a game the other night, I don't know why, but we were just all chatting about things that have happened. And this guy said that he once met this girl at a night out, went home, slept with her, woke up in the morning, went downstairs.
Shag the other one.
No, and shagged the mother.
I'm sorry.
And I said, listen.
What is wrong with people? He cheated with 24 girls and I found out by a voicemail.
Oh.
I'll be honest, the gist of these is that men behave worse than women. But what have you ever done as revenge to get back at a girlfriend?
I'm not a revenge guy.
But it's normally because they want revenge on you. That's the problem.
Yeah, they all hate me. I never look for revenge. I with all my exes, whatever mistakes I've always made, I always kind of want to be best friends after, but they're never down.
No, I don't think they're down for that sort of thing.
But I'm pretty friendly with most of my exes.
Yeah, but you're overly friendly. That's the problem. Sending sort of flame emojis and wanting to hang out with them. Have you ever slept with someone's mum?
No, never.
Have you slept with a mum?
Have I thought about it? Yeah.
Whose mum have you thought about sleeping with? No, not my poor Katie.
No,
you've
not
had
Katie,
two of my
not
sisters.
Katie. No, not really. Not really. I'm not into mums.
Well, you don't really care though, do you? What people think of you on the show?
The more opinions, the merrier.
But you look at it as cash, don't you?
No, that's not true.
Yeah, it is.
That's not
you
true.
think to yourself, I'm going to stir the pot.
No,
with this
I
one.
don't. It's not actually about. I want to be on the show, but also I am being myself.
Okay, in all seriousness, when was there one moment where you thought, you know what, actually, I've taken this too far?
Oh, every day.
For God's sake.
No, the time of taking things too far. I think seeing someone upset when it's only your fault, I think is a hard one to take home. Because also, I'm not playing a character. It's not like I'm playing a movie character.
I think that's what slightly shocks people is that that's genuinely you.
Yeah, I have to look at... You're acting like you're some sort of sweetheart over there.
Listen, I've grown up since then. I'm not.
No, but there's times where seeing someone... I think the whole Inga scenario is definitely something that I've thought about a lot since then. It's been...
Have you actually ever spoken to her since? And said, like, I'm sorry the way this was handled?
I not really, no.
When I broke up with Digby, and that was brutal. I spoke about it not that long ago here. The way all of that stuff went down. When I eventually saw him again, and it was like years later, I sort of like said to him, I'm so sorry. Because it was bad. But I mean, I look back, I was...
But you weren't happy with him?
No, I wasn't. But as in, the way it was all handled, but then I suppose you do that on reflection. You probably would handle things differently.
As much as people just think just don't care, I do care. And I think there's definitely with relationships, seeing someone upset, I feel awful. The Julius stuff, no.
I know you.
But like,
you know,
I think a lot of people take themselves very seriously, and I want people to take the mick out of me, and I want to take the mick out of them. I see it as, I think there's so much people feel bad for taking the mick out of each other.
Yeah.
I feel like please make fun of me.
No, I'm kind of with you on that. I also think people forget a lot of it is meant to be entertainment.
Yeah.
Not at other people's expenses, but
also people should enjoy the show and have fun with it. People
take it. You get there's a mixed bag of both people, and I think because of social media being the way it is, people are very conscious of editing themselves and are so nervous of the backlash. But do you get trolled a lot? What's the sort of response you actually get from people?
Honestly, I don't really get trolled. I occasionally...
That's so shocking.
Occasionally get... not really. I get a few bad comments, but not really trolled. No, I haven't got any death threats or anything, not yet.
No, in the beginning, it was more about my looks. Like, I'd get people saying, oh, top lip's gone on
that.
sabbatical and like weird shit like that. Or, no, when I had my hair issue, we said this on your podcast, when I didn't have much hair, people would go, oh, you bald bitch. And I was thinking, you cheeky cunt.
Yeah, people used to say, God, you look weird. And I was like, yeah, I do a bit. So.
Other than plants, filming and bonking birds on Bumble. No, it's Hinge.
Bonking.
Anything.
My mother's going to watch this. Let's not talk about bonking.
I think the least of your problems is me saying the word bonking with your 5 years on Made in Chelsea.
Okay.
Well, actually, that's what question. Has your mother ever watched anything and gone, you know what, Sam? That is a disgrace.
Has she told me? No, but has she been disappointed for sure? Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, anything else exciting coming up?
Exciting coming up is I really want to do Love Island. So if ITV, if you're listening, I would love to do that. The reason why is sometimes with the show is it's drawn out over. So I may say something to you. You know this. I don't know why I'm explaining to you. Like, done it for 25 years.
Fuck off.
But it can get drawn out, and I'd love to do like a fixed rig with the cameras there the whole time and see what happens.
Okay, what do you do? Something like? Well, that's very much dating. Would you do something like Big Brother?
Oh, I'd love Big Brother.
It's my idea of hell. I think I'd have a full-blown anxiety attack.
Big Brother, the whole time being filmed. I'd be interested to do Big Brother. I'm more excited to do more shows now than ever.
But I think that's because you're single.
Yeah, I mean, Love Island, if you're listening, I'd love to meet with you.
I think you would be quite funny on there. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having
me. Do you want to plug anything quickly? Your plans?
Plugging, just follow me on Instagram. I'm dying for followers. and please check out my plant company called Bella.
And make sure your chat-up lines on Hinge are on point.
Yeah, and also, if you see me on Hinge.
Do you respond to Instagram DMs?
No, never. Maybe. Occasionally. I don't know. In terms of it's a good chat, I'll be interested. But guys, thank you so much for having me. I love being on here. Thank you.
Thank you, Sam Prince.